What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 250 of the Nonsense Review. I'm your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everybody!
Yeah, you may have noticed that I don't have a little number factoid today, because 250 is just straight up a milestone, really.
It is. It's a milestone for us. I for one, didn't think we were going to get this far.
You say this at every milestone, and every time a little bit of me dies inside.
Well, it's always nice and fun, isn't it, when you get to these little milestones? Usually it's an annual one, but this is just a straight-up good number.
This might as well be an annual one, because I'm we're only a month away from our actual anniversary.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, that's the thing. When you do, when you count up in milestones of 50 and you release weekly, you're hot on the heels of your anniversary.
Yeah. I'm glad we got to episode number 250 on one of the podcasts. I mean, the retrospective isn't far behind. It's only hit behind by like 40 episodes.
Yeah.
I think we skipped a couple of retros.
We did, and also, because there was that period where I think between us we were both really ill, so we were like, we ran out of our in-hand episodes.
I mean, a little bit behind the scenes information, guys. We're currently running without any behind the scenes stuff, which means if one of us becomes deathly ill or decides to take a sudden trip, that's it. We're just not uploading for a bit.
Yep.
And the less said about the non-stop, the better, really.
Yep.
We got Steven Universe done, and that was the original goal.
It was the goal. I think we're uploading enough right now, and the rumbles are a good form factor for a short, digestible thing for people to just tune in and listen to.
Yes, except if you're listening exclusively on the audio version of the show, you don't know what those are.
Well, if you're on the audio version, have a look at the YouTube. You've got the good old nonsense rumble where we fight characters against each other using our words.
I was going to say, we don't fight. That'd be an awful show. My God,
yeah,
you think Jake Paul's bad at boxing?
Having us fight every week. I'd be knackered by the time I get to you.
Yeah, you got to take the train.
Yeah.
But yes, today we're doing something. That was not descriptive at all. We're diving into an old reliable, as it were. I feel like we do like one of these a year at most. We're comparing classic to modern.
Yeah, we are. I think our first one was Danger Mouse, was it? That was in the first month or so.
I think it was Danger Mouse, yeah. And then the second one was like DuckTales. Ooh.
Yeah. And so far we've tended to enjoy the modern ones a lot more than I was expecting to, apart from the most recent one, which was Postman Pat.
Yeah, that was disappointing. And we keep wanting to do Thundercats, but Thundercats has a big glaring problem with it.
Yeah, the opening episode is basically a movie.
Yeah, and I don't want to do 2 movies in a day, plus edit 2 movies.
Yeah, totally.
But let's talk about what we're doing today. It's in the same vein as Postman Pat. We're doing Fireman Sam, a certified British classic.
Yeah, specifically British and not English.
Yeah, it's incredibly Welsh. Speaking of, in fact, it originally aired back on November 1st, 1987 on the Welsh-speaking TV channel S4C, which is still going to this day.
Okay. Yeah, I know the channel's still going. I didn't know that they were still showing Fireman Sam on it.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I just meant the channel's still going to this day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's actually like Britain's 4th oldest TV channel.
Yeah. It predates Channel 4, doesn't it?
I don't think it predates. It came out like in tandem with Channel 4. I don't know which one technically came out first. It's one of those weird ones.
Okay.
But yes, it was then aired a couple of weeks later on the 17th on the BBC in English. We'll be watching this very first episode, in fact, and we'll also be watching the opening episode of Season 6, which is when they did the switch to computer animation. This one originally debuted on November 24th, 2008.
Okay. Yeah. So, like, over 20 years later.
I mean, yeah. The idea for the show itself came from 2 London-based firefighters, or at least they were ex-firefighters by the time. A chap by the name of, I'm going to butcher this, Dave Gingell and David Jones, which I can't actually find any information about these 2 chaps other than, it's their idea, Fireman Sam.
Okay, fair enough. I did no research, so that's a million times better than what I found.
Cool, fair enough. The show itself was developed by one Rob Lee. This person I could get some information about because he's the illustrator who designed find the characters from Super Ted, which is another Welsh cartoon, and boy does it look old and jank.
I didn't know Welsh. Well, I didn't know Welsh. I didn't know Super Ted was Welsh. But then again, it's probably been so long since I watched it that it would be incredibly obvious if I listened to 5 seconds of it.
It's also a bit weird because depending on which version of Super Ted you watch depends on whether you get the original Welsh version or the American version, because they sold the rights to it to an American firm pretty early on.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember Super Ted, he got his powers from a spotty man, didn't he?
I don't know anything about Super Ted other than it was made by the same illustrator. Like I said, and that it looks jank as fuck. Well, actually, I do know a little bit. I do know the original story was effectively a way for the guy who created Super Ted. It was a way for him to get his son to stop being afraid of the dark.
Okay. So if the Teddy that he made on TV was super, then obviously his Teddy that he has in his house is also super and can combat the dark.
Yeah, I guess so, right? It's like, man, completely different fucking vibe to the guy who made Watership Down, right? It was like, why did you write Watership Down? I wanted to scare the shit out of my kids.
Yep. On a car journey.
Oh, God. The way some of this stuff gets invented is incredibly funny. Fireman Sam itself is set in the fictional village of Pontypandy, a portmanteau, which is a great word, and I wish I could use it more often, of the real-life towns Pontypridd, which is somewhere I used to visit as a kid, and I've definitely misspelled this, Tony Pandy, a town I know nothing about.
Sure.
But yes, there was a time period where I thought Pontefract was involved, but that's actually a town in Yorkshire.
It is, and we call it Ponte Carlo.
Do you want to tell me why?
Because it's next to Cas Vegas.
Well,
yeah, Castleford and Pontefract are right next to each other. They opened up a bunch of stuff near Castleford that we call Cas Vegas because it's a lot more glamorous than the rest of Castleford is. And so then Pontefract got given the title Ponte Carlo because it was nearby.
It's nice to know a bit of local lore about places you don't know fuck all about.
Yeah.
And now our audience knows that too. There'll be some random American chap being like, I'm going to go to the Las Vegas of UK, and then be bitterly disappointed.
Yeah, it's just a freaking escape. There's an indoor ski slope, and that's it.
Weirdly enough, I've got a fucking ski slope near me as well, except it's an outdoor one. I don't think it's ever had fucking snow while I've been alive.
Sure, fair enough.
The last thing I want to touch upon is, Rick, never did I ever expect Fireman Sam, of all things, to have a controversy section on Wikipedia.
Oh boy, what did it do?
So, in Series 9, apparently, you can see pages of the Quran being scattered around when Elvis slips on some paper.
That's weird.
Okay, so the solution was pretty simple. Mattel, who I believe now own Fireman Sam more or less, apologised, which, fair enough, very easy to do, while completely throwing the animation studio Xing under the bus. So it's a Chinese animation studio, and effectively the crux of things comes down to that the studio didn't know what the fuck they were putting on the pages. They just put, as far as they were concerned, they were just putting random words down. Yeah, allegedly, and I have to say allegedly, it was a script from the Quran, because Ofcom was going to investigate the incident, and then despite having the footage in the highest possible resolution, couldn't make shit out, so they were just like, oh, fuck this, whatever. They've said sorry.
Yeah, they said sorry, we're removing it. Yeah, let's get rid.
It's such a telling statement about how much of a nothing incident this was, when Ofcom, notorious bastards that they are, just looked at it and went, you can't see shit, what the fuck's the problem?
Yeah, totally.
Not that I'm diminishing people who believe in Islam. It's just, if you think you saw what you saw, fair enough, I suppose. But, whatever. But yeah, that's about all I got on background information for Fireman Sam. It's actually a bit weird, because unless you get, like, a specialised book, there's not that much information about the background.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to add?
No. I was going to say, yeah, we usually start talking about our weeks, but I guess this week's going to get cut.
Well, yeah, I was going to, for those of you unfamiliar with the show, what we do is we talk about our weeks and the goings-on in the Wild Wide Universe before getting into the meat of the review and the show itself. So, yeah, Rick, take it away. Yeah,
so this week I have been doing two things. Number one is, as per your long-standing request, which has been going on for quite some time, I finally watched the latest Amazing Digital Circus. Probably about time for the next one to fucking come out by now.
Yeah, but well, it was quite the place to leave it off at.
It was like. I wouldn't be surprised if they turn this into like the quote-unquote season finale for season 1.
I would be, because Gooseworks has been on record as saying that, no, it's like 12 episodes and that's it.
Sure, okay.
And I hope they stick to that, to be honest, because, it's nice to have a creator who has a vision and sticks to it.
Yeah, like having an actual, an ending in sight, even while in the early and mid stages. A bit like Gravity Falls. Like, the whole point was to get to the end of season 2 and then good to go. So, yeah, we knew that this probably wasn't going to go the way that the characters thought it was going to do, apart from the obvious.
I mean, yeah, it was a bit of it wasn't even a rug pull, it's just like, when something is so optimistic and everything's going right, you're like, it can't be this easy, this is too easy.
Yeah, and yeah, Jax calls it straight away. Hello, Mr. Obvious Twist Villain.
Yeah. Oh my god, I rolled my eyes when he named himself Abel, and even everyone in the room was just like, you thought that was going to be really cool, didn't you? And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, he gave himself that name, like, quote-unquote, within the confines of being another human.
Yeah.
And we have seen that character pop up in the background, or at least a blank character like that. And even blank characters like that have doors in the dormitory. But I think the idea is that those are blank dormitories for when another person gets introduced.
I mean, yeah, the character even says that the whole reason why they got away with so much background snooping is Kane just probably thinks he's an NPC. Like, he plays it up.
Yeah. It's the plausible deniability is very strong.
Oh yeah. Man, Zach Hadel just being the king of cameos right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done damn near everything. It's great.
I like to think that he made a special request that if he's cameoing in Amazing Digital Circus, that he must be made a Gaffer's Pond fish.
Yeah. Yeah, they were so silly. I love them.
They do. They're also not just comic relief, because that pretty much foreshadows the entire plot of the episode. By the way.
Yeah. It's the two fish at the bottom of the sea that are just a complete rug pull for the whole idea that the beach episode in general. It's titled the beach episode, and then they're at the beach for like 2 minutes, and then it's back to the actual meat of what the episode actually is, which is the adventure to exit the Digital Circus.
Yeah, and we get a couple of tidbits of weirdness in this episode, as we should. Jax nearly abstracts.
Yeah, he does.
At least I assume that's what that entire sequence was trying to tell us. It'd be very weird if that was just like, no, this is just how Jax be.
Yeah, he got the Pomni eyes from episode 1.
Yeah, that was a really trippy sequence, by the way. Like, and when I say I didn't like it, I don't mean it wasn't good. I mean it made me feel a bit ill.
Oh yeah. We also got 2 more names. We got the one that we get the picture of alongside Kaufmo, which I think was that Froggy or Flippy or Croaky.
I can't remember her name.
Yeah, well, definitely abstracted. And then the one right at the end, when Kinga goes, "Oh, the first one to ever abstract," and I've forgotten both of these names immediately.
Yeah, they did mention that name. I can't remember it for the life of me. But yeah, Kinga's old as shit, by the way, in case people got.
Yeah, he is. And confirmed that it's light that makes him dumb.
Yes, and probably explains why Kane has always got brightly lit, areas when Kinga's involved. If you remember, seeing as Abel was just a plot device for Kane, the whole reason why they didn't want to bring Kinga along is because they don't want Kinga to remember something. Yeah,
and ruin the whole thing immediately.
Yeah. There's a part which it was well played, but also incredibly frustrating, because Kinga said they got told, "Hey, we've got a way out of the Digital Circus, follow us," and we get a moment of Kinga literally just going, "Wait, but that's not possible." And he looks like he's about to say more, but that's when he conveniently just stops fucking his train of thought, the bastard.
Yeah, possibly because he's more of a villain than we expect him to be.
I don't want him to be a twist villain, because Kane's a villain enough.
Yeah. And he's mostly well-intentioned, but I kind of hate him.
Well, again, if we're going for the I have no mouth and I must scream aspect, then, Kane doesn't have a choice in his actions.
Yeah, he's as much of a prisoner as the humans. Probably more so if you go by the what they seem to think is the message of, or what Kane thinks is the message of this adventure, that leaving him behind is even more of a crime.
Yeah, I've got to suspect that if they pressed the other button, it would not have been all sunshine as rainbows, as Kane was alluding to.
Yum.
Well, okay, to be fair, Kane didn't allude to anything. Kane just straight up said, you weren't going to push that button, so I didn't even think about it. I made Bubble do it.
Yeah. You'd have gone to Shrimp Town.
Yes, and, Shrimp Town sounds absolutely lovely. Ignore what happened to the shrimp at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, cooked by the sun.
Yeah, the sun's a bastard, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. She gives Pomni a thumbs up after deciding that she hates her.
Yeah, we all know people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's one of the stronger episodes so far.
It might be my favourite.
Yeah.
It's a toss-up between this one and the horror one, the Haunted House with Kinga and Pomni.
Sure, okay.
But even then, I think that's just because that was the first episode where it's like, oh shit, you've actually got a plot.
The son is voiced by Gooseworks' sister.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, who is also the angel in the horror episode.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
And was originally going to be the voice of Pomni, but because she's not as experienced in voice acting, they went for an actual voice actor instead.
I mean, that's totally understandable.
Yeah, I think it was the correct choice.
I mean, you want your main characters to be voiced by people who have a bit of experience under their belt, not to knock the actress in question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Probably don't want your first major role to be the lead in a incredibly popular indie show.
Made by your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something say nepotism, something scream it. I think that was the correct call. The other thing I've done...
I was just gonna say, nepotism isn't inherently a bad thing. I don't agree with it in a lot of cases, but if it's something to the level of here's a very small voice role in a thing where it's fine. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm here. You are now the head of this studio, and then you drive it into the ground, but you never get punished. That's the type of nepotism I don't like.
Yeah.
Nepotism to get your foot in the door is fine because everybody fucking does that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But nepotism to be like, no, you're instantly promoted and you can never get punished no matter how poorly you do. That's the bad kind.
Yeah, ultimate infinite job security is bad.
We were talking about him before we started recording, but Pirate Software springs to mind.
Blizzard.
But anyway, you wanted to move on, so let's do that.
The other thing I've done is I found out that Pokemon Too Many Types 2 got released. So I've been playing that all week. It's been really fun.
And what distinguishes it from Too Many Types Part 1?
There are now over 80 types.
That's too many types.
Yes. And they really lean into it. The villain team is Team Purity. They think there are too many types and that they should go back to the original. They even argue within the story between 15, 17, or 18. Because there were 15 in Gen 1, 17 before Fairy, and then Fairy. And their gimmick is that their Pokemon they only use Gen 1 Pokemon, and they have the types that they had in Gen 1.
You're telling me that the villain of this ROM hack is Gen Runners?
Yeah.
That's fucking fantastic.
Yep. It's also a couple of years after the events of Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
Okay.
So you start in Lily Cove, right on the far right, before you go into the water and head off, and you'll kind of work your way backwards. The gyms are rejigged with that in mind.
I mean, it's always a concept that I've enjoyed, and I forget what anime it was that actually did it. It was that 4 series one where we followed Not Red.
Yeah, it was the one where like you say, it was the one with Red, and Brock is outright confirmed to be one of the stronger gym leaders, but because it's the first one that Red comes to, he just goes, this you have no badges. Very well, this will be a significant challenge for you. Yeah,
it's such a good concept of these gyms are set to challenge people. They're not actually going all out, because otherwise it would just be the Elite Four every fucking day. It's just how many gym badges have you got? Cool, so this is my team because this is the level you should be at.
Yeah. They're not trying to kill you.
Yeah, that would be bad, wouldn't it? It's just what Pokemon are you using against this guy's level 5 Rattata? I've got a level fucking 80 Geodude. Not Geodude, Golem.
Yeah, 6 Charizards.
Blaine would do that.
Yeah, Anime Blaine would.
Like, yeah, no, he's that much of a dickhead that is absolutely something he would do if he was allowed to.
But yeah, there's they've even got like rejigs of some of the older things. So like Gardevoir used to be Space Fairy gender, and now it's
what pray
magic.
tell is gender type?
It's things that are either a transgender icon, like Gardevoir, where you can have a male Gardevoir, or ones that now change gender as they level up. I think Wynaut had a chance of changing gender, and so did Azurill. So the Marill line is now Water Gender Ball.
There's too many types, Rick.
Yeah. One of them, actually, you get a different type depending on what you start out as. If you start as a female combi and become a Vespiquen, you end up as girl boss type. But if you start as a male combi and evolve into a Vespiquen, which are all female, you end up as gender type.
Yeah, well, I've never liked unless both genders get an option, I've never liked gender-exclusive Pokemon because it makes Salandits and Combis fucking worthless.
Yeah, me and my freaking shiny combi, that's obviously it's male, and my shiny Salandit, who's obviously male.
Salandit's the worst offender because the shiny Salandit and Salazar are so fucking cool looking.
They are cool, they're white, it's great. But yeah, been having a lot of fun with this. They've even got some custom megas. Some of them are like they've got a Mega Greninja because it's one of the starters, and that was designed before they released the design for the actual real Mega Greninja. So this is just Fanon Mega Greninja.
Oh, so Mega Greninja, who canonically just does a handstand.
Yep. And yeah, it's been fun for me. I'm near the end. I've gotten to Victory Road. Probably between now and this evening, I'm going to become the champion. Haha. And yeah, that's it for what I've done. What I've seen, Animal Crossing.
Yes, go.
Nintendo have banned the infamous adult-only island.
Okay, you need to explain a little bit more than not at all here, because some people have done some amazing things, amazingly degenerate things with their islands. This isn't actually that bad.
Yeah, this island is like relatively tame. Like, you need to know what you're looking at to know why it's seedy.
I also need to point something out, Rick, because you didn't play this version of Animal Crossing. In order to visit someone's island, you need to follow a very specific set of steps. You are not finding this unless you're seeking it.
Yeah. So Nintendo have now deleted the link to be able to get to that island.
Yeah, I do believe the creator tweeted out afterwards and just said, thanks for letting it slide for so long, which is weird.
Yeah, like in almost those exact words. But it's so weird that Nintendo, like, they're drawing this much attention to it, giving it the Streisand effect, while also allowing things like Titty Pinball to exist on their eShop.
I don't like that argument, Rick, and I'll tell you why. That's because Animal Crossing has an E for everyone rating.
Okay.
You can't see the Titty Pinball games unless your account is registered as being old enough to see Titty Pinball. I understand people's point when they bring this up, but the age classification rating system exists for a fucking reason.
It also goes completely out of the window when they even say your experience may change during online play, and that's basically saying that the age classification does not include the potential for people online to be a little bit more edgy than the age classification is intending.
Yes, but that's because Nintendo has a piss-poor moderation team, just like every fucking live service ever.
Oh, yeah, like...
Because they don't want to spend money on it.
But even then, like, there's no way to stop someone calling your mum whatever on Xbox Live.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. You can still get permabanned from Xbox Live if you use enough slurs.
You can, but you need to be reported for it.
Enough slurs in text.
Oh, okay.
In voice, there's nothing you can do. Man, Rick, you and I are old. I remember the Call of Duty fucking days, back in its heyday, where you'd be called several racial slurs in a string of like 5 seconds. Despite none of them applying to you.
Yep. Yes, I too had Xbox Live.
It wasn't exclusive to Xbox Live. It's just easy to point to Xbox Live because it was so well documented.
Yeah. And the last thing that I've seen out in the world, are you aware of what Flinter is?
Flinter?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is now.
This one is incredibly baffling. So, Planeswalkers in Pink are a Magic the Gathering...
This is not where I was expecting this to go.
Yeah, they are a Magic the Gathering group, an organization who are trying to organize events for female, lesbian, intersex, non-binary, transsexual, and agender folks, which very obviously and outright... conspicuous by their omission, it removes the gays from the rainbow, and it's very baffling.
Well, this has always bugged me a lot because, first of all, this is just weird because usually it's not the gays that get targeted. Usually it's the trans folk that get fucking excluded. And it's always baffling because the people who do this seem to forget one of the, like we've been taught this since we were like 6 with the Three Musketeers. It's like, united we stand and divided we fall. You can't afford to infight when the world is trying to kill you.
Yeah. Like when it's like transgender exclusion, it's you can look at the whole like leopards eating my face thing, and like the LGB alliance are literally next on the chopping block as soon as they get their way.
Well, but, it's one of those things, Rick, where being a bisexual dude, it's something I'm painfully aware of. Like, it's weird because it's usually and this is gonna sound like so much fucking finger pointing, and I apologize for that in advance. It's usually the L and the G part that are like, damn, trans people shouldn't really be here. Meanwhile, the boys are just like, hey, if the T gets dropped, what letters next?
Yeah. Like the main perpetrators of biphobia are the existing homosexuals.
It's very upsetting to see people like, oh, you're bisexual, but you're in a heterosexual relationship. I guess you're not that bi, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing, guys? You're on the same team.
Yeah. Bi erasure is a real problem.
Yeah, I almost accidentally did it to Brandon Rogers.
Yeah.
But he's always been a bit coy with his sexuality anyway, so I feel like I get to dodge the bullet on that one.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, this has like come to light over the past day or so, and they're getting a bit of flack. But I don't know.
They should get extra flack because you're already playing a fucking hobby for nerds. You're being ostracized for multiple things. You should know how this feels.
Yeah, and it's also baffling that they say transsexual. I'm assuming that because I think it's in Germany, so it's not meant to be.
It's not the accepted term anymore, but yeah, language barrier might be fucking things up. I get you.
Yeah, I think it wasn't meant to be inflammatory or anything, but yeah, they're using the old version of it. But they're not specifying which way that they're accepting in this group, whether it's FTM or MTF.
It seems to me, from very surface level information that I've only learned from you, it sounds very obvious that they're excluding men in general.
Yeah, so they're trying to make it into a ladies' space, but then asterisk including others who are not male presenting.
Which also, throws up all manner of questions, because there's plenty of trans people who aren't necessarily presenting the gender that they feel comfortable as.
Yeah, they do include non-binary and agender and intersex in this gang.
Yes, but there are people who are transitioning from, let's just say, male to female, just for the sake of argument, who don't look like women, because that's not part of it for them.
Yeah, and also, or even that they are transitioning when they're early enough in the transition to not be passing, which is also a rather difficult part for the transgender experience.
It's not a comfortable part of the discussion because a lot of people don't want to have that part of discussion.
Yeah, like in an ideal world, anybody who's going through that can just skip to the end. But we don't live in magical Christmas land. Yeah, no magical Christmas land for us. But yes, that's it for me, my weeks, what I've seen, and where I've been. How about you?
Once again, I haven't really done a lot of note to speak about, but it really will become a weekly feature, seeing as I'm intending to do it every week. I did the Achievement of the Week on Retro Achievements.
Ooh, what was it?
This week, it was Leg Day Paid Off, which is regain the Speed Booster power-up in Metroid Fusion.
Okay. Man, I like Metroid Fusion. It was, it might actually be the first 2D Metroid that I played.
Rick, I'm about to disappoint you heavily. For a second week in a row, I have to say, I'm not really a fan of Metroid in general.
Yeah, that's fine.
That being said, it is weirdly fun.
It is.
When I'm with an asterisk of when I'm doing well. I think the biggest reason why I don't like Metroidvania games in general is I'm not fucking good at them, meaning that I bang my head against them a lot. That being said, though, weirdly enough, I've seen a playthrough of Metroid Fusion, so much so when I booted up the game, I was like, oh, I know this game.
Yeah, Metroid Fusion is pretty good at both hand-holding you through the curated experience and also making you feel smart for going off the rails in the way that it intends you to.
I get what you're saying. The first time I had to go off the map, as it were, using air quotes, I felt really like, shit, am I meant to be doing this? And then it's like, oh, you can't go backwards, so you must be able. That's the thing with video games, is there's points especially in Metroidvanias, where there's points where I'm like, I'm stuck and I can't get out, which means there must be a way forward.
Yeah. There's got to be a way. And in Metroid, like, it feels like you should be on the map. But in these, you go off the map a little bit and you kind of get used to it, and then and then later it's a lot more pronounced, and it's really good. It's done really well.
I mean, I haven't beaten the game, but this is probably one where I'm going to beat because it feels like I'm halfway through the game already. I don't think it's a long game. I think it's only a long game if you bother collecting everything.
Yeah, or if you're bad at it. How stalked have you felt by the SAX?
Oh, barely.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's one of those where I've gotten the one scene where you're like above where the SAX is just walking and you hear the clang of the footsteps, and I'm like, geez, this is alien as fuck.
Yeah, and the good old one of if it sees you, it starts playing the da 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 da.
Here's the thing: is I don't think I've been in a position where I can actually be on the same screen as it yet.
Sure, okay.
Or if I have been in that scenario, I haven't been dumb enough to do it.
Sure.
But it is quite scary because the game explicitly tells you, hey, by the way, you're so fucking piss weak right now that if you encounter this thing, you will die.
Oh yeah, and you pretty much do.
The playthrough I watched had one of the new guys take the controller for 5 minutes, and all he did with his time was troll the SAX. It was very funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm eager to see what next week's achievement's going to be. I hope it's going to be in a game I like.
Yeah.
You ready for some news?
Let's go.
Rick, Cory in the House for the Nintendo DS is currently the second highest ranked game on Metacritic.
Why?
Because gamers are fucking hilarious when they want to be.
Sure.
They basically reviewed bombed Cory in the House for the Nintendo DS on Metacritic in order to try and make it the number one for a while. At the moment, it's sitting at number 2 behind Clear Obscure.
So a positive review bomb.
Yeah, and it's really funny because I stumbled upon this on Reddit, and the title was just like, hey, why is Cory in the House sitting at number 2? And everyone's pretending they don't know what's going on because the top answer is like, it's a fucking Simpsons reference, and it had me dying, and it was just like, someone who played Cory in the House wouldn't ask that question.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very definitely a meme.
Oh yeah. Although that being said, I've seen screenshots from this game, and it includes Cory's little sister calling him a buster, and I don't know if it's a real screenshot or not. And I'm not playing Cory in the House on the DS just to find out.
Oh no! The thing is, though, it's going to put Game of the Week, isn't it?
Very possible, to be honest. In which case, it's okay. The achievement of the week explicitly say that the achievement will take no more than 2 hours to get for someone who is quote unquote competent.
Sure. Yeah, it's going to. Oh my word! It's gonna be achievement of the week at some point this year.
That's assuming it's got achievements at all, because these are all made by fans effectively, and its meme status is quite new.
Sure.
And yes, I did say status. In other weird fucking technology news, some weird shit's going on with Cloudflare in Italy.
Yeah, what's happening?
Well, okay, there's a studio in Italy that owns basically the broadcast rights to football, and everyone in Italy hates it because it's a shit service.
Sure.
But what it means is that this one service gets really mad when pirating sites exist and let you stream football. It's like, no, that's our football. We should be getting the money for this football. Football! And this organisation, because in case people didn't know, by the way, Italy's corrupt as fuck.
Yes.
It's not exclusive to Italy, but Italy is one of those where you could point to a country and go, them, there, look what they're doing. They're literally literally bribing each other right now. And they basically slapped Cloudflare with a big old fuck off fine, saying that no, you're providing XYZ to these websites. You now owe us 50 million euros. I pulled that number out my arse, but it is an extortion amount. And Cloudflare basically immediately went, okay, this is bullshit and dumb. We're just not going to do anything in Italy. And that's when the Italian public was a bit like, oh, hang on. I don't know if you remember this, Rick, but Cloudflare had a little hiccup about 2 months ago, and half the internet died because... Yeah. Believe it or not, Cloudflare is quite a vital piece of internet structure.
Yeah, it is. Like half the internet just kind of went away for like half a day.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what Cloudflare is, it's effectively a service that is incredibly effective at preventing DDoS attacks.
Yeah, it's like it's half the internet's entire VPN. Things run through Cloudflare, so if it's going to if you're going to DDoS somebody, you end up DDoSing Cloudflare instead, and the actual service itself is unaffected.
Yeah. If you've ever had a little box that says, yes, I'm a human, appear on a website before you use it, that's almost certainly Cloudflare.
Yeah.
That's for the really tech illiterate folks, because most people know what Cloudflare is.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, it's such a weird fight to pick, and then that story kind of fizzled out as it's just that I assume the Italian government was like, stop poking them.
Yeah. Yeah, this is so weird, and it's not Cloudflare that are doing it at all. But yeah, the broadcaster thinks that because they've got a hand in it, that they are in some way responsible.
It's a perfect fucking summary of people in government and state jobs not knowing how the internet works.
Yeah, true.
In entertainment news, Ryan Hurst has been cast as Kratos in Amazon's live-action series.
Okay. I don't know who this is.
Okay, so this is a bit of a weird one, because Ryan Hurst is, to me, he'll always be Opie from Sons of Anarchy, a pretty main character who had a very tragic death scene, and everyone was sad for a week.
Sure.
More importantly, he's already been in God of War.
Okay.
He played Thor.
So Thor is becoming Kratos.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to make Ryan Hurst look like Kratos, because he's not that jacked of a guy.
Sure.
He's a perfectly competent actor. I'm sure he can do Kratos as far as acting is concerned. But I don't know, maybe he's been in the gym and we just don't know. Because last time I saw him, he looked incredibly skinny.
True. Okay.
I'm not knocking the guy's personal appearance, by the way, but if you're playing Kratos, I want you to be fucking jacked. I want you to be fucking roided.
Yeah.
Is that a terrible thing to say? Maybe, but I'm not alone.
Yeah. So it's one of those things for these unrealistically proportioned characters. It's not really wrong to want something like that to be portrayed by someone who is also unrealistically proportioned.
Yeah, I mean, they can't get Kratos' new actor because he's not. He's a hench fucking dude, but he's not well.
Yeah.
Right.
I was thinking similarly. I think Sansa Stark has just been revealed as the
Sophie
next
Turner
Lara
is
Croft.
going to be Lara Croft, and I don't like her look. She doesn't look like Lara Croft.
She doesn't. No. But anyone can wear a wig.
Okay, we'll put her in one then.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen the shot of her. She doesn't look like Lara Croft. I'm sorry. Yeah. I also don't think Sophie Turner is particularly a good actor.
Well, the only thing I've seen her in actually is
be Phoenix probably.
Yeah, in the Phoenix movie, and she shows up for like one movie and gets killed.
Yeah, because she's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I liked Game of Thrones up until about season 4, but it wasn't because of Sophie fucking Turner.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Oh, well.
I might be fucking ragging on her for no reason at all. But like, even Kit Harington was very dry and wooden in fucking Game of Thrones, and he's proven he can do more than that if he tries.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. It might be. Here's the thing: is I'm not invested in the Tomb Raider stuff because I don't care about Tomb Raider. They can have fucking a plank played Lara Croft, and I'd be like, okay, that sucks for you guys. But yeah, I wasn't going to watch this anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah, me either. Probably.
Well, it's on Amazon, and if you pay for Amazon anyway, like, there might be something to watch with your folks. I don't know, man. I'm just sick of Amazon in particular trying to make every fucking video game franchise into a live action show when it's not always the perfect medium for it.
Yeah, like we saw the fallout of that with
Fallout.
Well, yeah. Fallout's like the biggest success story in video games in recent memory.
Yeah, and it cost like 10 failures.
Yeah,
Yakuza.
and like, that's the next one I was going to point to. Like, I soldiered through that. The story wasn't bad. But the biggest benefit of Yakuza itself is playing through all the bullshit and just like experiencing the life of that character during that portion of the story.
And I was going to say, you also have the benefit of not knowing the story.
Yeah. I didn't know the story, so I didn't know how much they got wrong.
Yeah, I also don't know how much they got wrong. I'm not watching Yakuza the live-action show unless we, for some reason, do it on the podcast.
And by this point, you both know the original story, and I know the adulterated story.
If you want to get technical, I know the Cliff Note version of the story, because I started Yakuza at Yakuza 4, and what Yakuza 4 did, rather helpfully, is here's a 3-hour-long cutscene telling you everything that happened in Yakuza 1 to 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, one final story on my list. The creator of Dilbert, Scott Adams, dies at 68.
He did. He became, well, I say became, he masked off to become a massive MAGA person and was just an awful human being in his last like 10 or 15 years of life.
Yeah, awful human being is pretty much what I was going to say. Not a nice person at all. Although, that being said, he had a really weird series of tweets before he died.
Oh, I've not looked at this.
Well, it's mostly being like, I'm going to die soon, and then he died. And yeah, I know.
You shouldn't
laugh at this, but it's weirdly funny. And also, I don't mind laughing at him. He was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
One of his tweets was him tweeting Donald Trump, asking him to save him. That's worrying behaviour.
It is. Yeah, Jesus. Oh, boy.
Another tweet that he did shortly before he died is announcing that he's converted from, I believe, atheism to Christianity because, quote-unquote, I'm hedging my bets, which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
This is a logical argument that I've always had a problem with, because I can't remember who originally said it, but someone said, look, if you don't believe in God, right, there's no harm in still being a Christian because then you're hedging your bets. And it's like, well, no, that's not true, because there's loads of religions and a lot of them say if you worship a false prophet, you're going straight to their equivalent of hell. So if anything, you're fucking your chances up.
Yeah, by the same token, those exact same religions count no religion as just even like the same or worse.
So what's the point in me following a doctrine I don't believe in if I'm just going to get the same fate if I pick the wrong one anyway?
Because what they want is for you to donate to that doctrine.
I don't like it. Anyway, yeah, Dilbert creator dead at fucking 68, which is annoyingly good innings, so good for him. Fuck you, hope you burn in hell. Am I allowed to say that?
I saw a comic of it, and it's like Goku and Mickey Mouse and Kermit the Frog, and Goku says to Dilbert, "It's okay, buddy. We know what it's like." And Dilbert turns around and apologies for the incoming slur. Says, "Fuck off, Chinaman."
Oh God.
Yeah. And that's entirely within character for Scott Adams towards the end of his life.
God damn, that's not very nice at all. But yes, perfectly summarises that yes, he wasn't a nice person, and he will not be missed by most rational folk.
Yeah.
That being said, Rick, let's talk about something that is definitely not racist and is a lot more wholesome. For the benefit of the audience and for me, what's the first thing we're watching today?
We are watching The Fireman Sam, Season 1, Episode 1, The Kite. And if you'd like to join along with us at home, it's 3, 2, 1, and go.
You can watch pretty much all of these classic Fireman Sams on the BBC. We pretty much downloaded these episodes earlier just so we could watch them.
Yeah. If you got a TV license, you can get it on the iPlayer.
Or if you've got a VPN and you live in America, like the TV license board ain't going to attack you.
Nah. Yeah, they're not going to say, "Oh, Norman Price."
That is going to be a common theme today because Norman Price is the biggest cunt in the world.
Yeah, and I'm going to be fighting the urge to go full Pontypandy with my voice.
Oh, Norman Price, you little bastard.
Norman Price, you bloody pyro!
The funny thing is despite being half Welsh, I can't do a good Welsh accent.
Yeah.
I thought the Indian fella was the bus driver.
I think he might also be a bus driver.
Okay.
Or a milkman.
Milkman, fuck me, yeah, he's fucked half the fucking widows of Pontypandy.
Yeah, I think he's a milkman and also a volunteer fireman.
Yeah, volunteer fireman makes sense. I just don't remember him being one.
Yeah, Trevor Evans. Yeah.
So listen, if the wind was that bad, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm staying home.
Yeah. Like literally, if it's blowing over pylons. The old South Wales.
Oh yeah, they're like his niece and nephew, aren't they?
Yeah. And he needs to go. He needs to keep going to their school to keep like doing stuff with them.
And kicking Norman Price up the ass.
Yeah. Oh, that was really cute.
Was that a Coke can?
Yeah, it was like a full-on Coke can. No advertisement on the BBC. Oh, it's Bella.
Jesus Christ, is she meant to be Italian?
I think so.
Cheese and chutney, Sam. Jesus, what's wrong with you?
It's just cheese and pickle, but
This is a bit awkward because it's just one bloke doing a bunch of voices, and that's not very Italian, is it?
yeah. And the only two kids in the town that are not Norman Price.
They do fix this in the CGI one.
They do, because they can just copy-paste a bunch of like generic models.
Beers, wines, and spirits, all free.
Ah.
If no one's ever watched Fireman Sam before, the gimmick of Elvis is he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, and he looks slightly like Elvis.
And the annoying thing is in original Fireman Sam looks more like Elvis. Just ginger.
He does a bit. Yeah, the chief is with them today. Most of the time he's not.
They do make him a lot more incompetent in the newer show, I think, the chief.
Yeah. Yeah, they make him into more of a Wiggum. Oh, they nearly ate shit.
Got the adventure music going and everything. You know shit's real.
Yeah, some shit's on fire. Oh, wait, no, it's just this.
We found out why the phone line's dead.
Oh, yeah, the chief is, like, full-on London British.
Which, given what we now know about the origins of the show, makes a bit of sense.
Yeah.
So, for those of you watching along, you now know why Rick does that obnoxiously high-pitched voice when taking a piss out of Norman, because that's what his mum sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's stealing from his own mum. Like, if you had a shop like that, you probably would just, like, steal from the shop all the time. Within reason. But, yeah, within reason is the aim of the day.
Well, you'd think the mum would be grateful that he was just trying to nick an apple and not like chocolate.
Yeah.
Like, considering how cheap apples are compared to chocolate, the fuck was he doing? Is he doing Swan Lake but on a skateboard?
He is.
Do you remember back in the day, by the way, when they were like, oh yeah, don't sit too close to the telly because you'll get square eyes, and now look at us all fucking glued to computer screens all the time.
Yeah, and that's what Norman Price's mum says. You'll have square eyes, my sweet.
I mean, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah. It was such a weird thing to say. And I went to sit even closer to the TV because I thought that would be cool.
Oh yeah, I get to be a fucking bio freak.
Yeah. I've never seen anyone with square eyes. This sounds like bullshit. I'm going to do it. So all he's done is pull it out of the way. He's not even fixed it.
Well, to be fair, Fireman Sam just said that now we've got to wait for the phone engineers, and it's like, well, yeah, fair enough, because they can't fix telephone poles, but they can move it out the road.
Yeah, we're not electricians.
You never seen a kite, really?
We've never seen a kite wrap itself around a chimney like a hydra. Not a hydra, like a drake.
That'd be terrifying, wouldn't it? You come out one day and it's like, there's a fucking drake on the roof.
Yeah. Cool.
Dillis, that's her name. So apparently it took him a whole day just to do 1 minute of footage, and I'm like, that actually sounds pretty reasonable.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty quick for the amount of animation they're doing with this. Like they did some really nice, like when the wind was going, that was like the pinnacle of like how they were making the motion look in this episode.
Yeah. Was he talking? Are they talking about his love spuds?
What if he fall? Apparently. They could have put it closer.
They've probably got some sort of regulation as to where they're supposed to put the ladder at.
Yeah, sure, fair enough. Either that, or it's just for the sake of drama.
Could you not have just gone inside and fucking put a hand out the window?
Apparently not. It was tied round. He had to go up there and undo it himself.
It's also just a fucking kite. Like, is it worth almost breaking your neck for?
No, but it's a slow news day in Pontypandy.
That's fair. He's been wanking too much, he has.
Oh man, clicking your fingers, what a little shit.
Yeah, but at the same time, did you see fucking Elvis be like, bandages? It's like, you know what bandage is? Fucking stop being a prick and give them to me.
Yeah. Fuck you, Mr. Evans. Thank you, Uncle Sam.
Man, Fireman Sam's theme tune's annoyingly bopping, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It's also one of the easier ones to play on a piano when you're first learning.
Well, I wonder what song Rick was taught when he had to learn piano.
Yeah. Doon 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 doon. Yeah, and they get that little bit of like guitar at the end.
Yeah, with thanks to the fire service.
Yeah.
What do you mean, no reason? It was clearly fucking put there because, you know, it badass. Need to attract the older kids, I guess.
Yeah, because it's the 80s. And as you said, S4C.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It is the 80s. Yeah, S4C, original broadcast channel. They had to recently fight and argue as to why they shouldn't get rid of that channel not too long ago.
I mean, like, deleting channels like that is always a bad idea because, you know, I'm not Welsh, but I stand by the need for, like, maintaining Welsh identity.
Well, it's one of those weird ones where Wales and Scotland have to fight every fucking day to not have their identity stolen.
Yeah, or erased. Yeah. I think even Cornwall need to do it as well. Like they're just part of England, but there is still a Cornish language. But like they've basically stopped teaching it in schools.
It's one of those where anyone who says they're okay with culture being erased is a weird person.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird thing to want, you know? And it's easy to say this when it's something like we're talking about English and Scottishness, which are still a thing, but very much not as prevalent as they perhaps could be or once were. But, like, it's... And please do tell me if I'm being a knobhead here, Rick, but it's no different than the indigenous people of America wanting to keep their culture, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's not quite as big of a deal, because...
Oh, they're not getting genocided or anything like the Native American people did, but...
Yeah.
That's also because we're looking at a modern swing of things. Like, if you go back 300 years, they very much were getting genocided.
Yep. Like, Hadrian's Wall was to keep the Scots out.
That's going back a bit far, and also was the Romans, and that was a different problem.
Yeah. That's when we native Brits were getting genocided by the Romans, because we wouldn't bend the knee quite so easily enough.
I think someone needs a bit more of a history lesson there, but we'll move on. But yes, Rick, for the benefit of me and for the audience, what's the second thing we're watching today?
The second one is Fireman Sam, Season 6, Episode 1, Paper Plane Down. 3, 2, 1, and go.
So all of these CGI episodes you can just find on YouTube, which is where we got our video today.
Oh god, his face looks awful.
It's not great. It's very rudimentary. Here's the thing, don't forget, this is animation from 2008.
Yeah, so this is like... I'm not liking the impassioned pop voice.
Yeah. So we've got a Dalmatian pet dog now and a lady joining the team.
We do.
And unlike the original series, it's not just one bloke doing all the fucking voices this time. We've got actual voice actors.
We do. Apparently, Norman Price becomes more of a heroic figure in this.
I'll take your word for it. I still think he's a prick.
Oh, he starts as a prick, but in later season, he gets added to the heroes wiki, as it were.
Someone's taking the piss, I think. Now, I will say, in this more modern take of it, it does look like Sam might be Norman Price's bastard father.
Oh, totally.
Right,
how many gingers are there in this town?
That's just it, isn't it? Because in the original series, Dilys was ginger.
Yeah.
But now she's got black hair.
Yeah. So, they need to have found those genes from somewhere.
If this show was American, Fireman Sam would 100% be voiced by Patrick Warburton, right?
Almost certainly. Oh, I don't know. It might be they might make the Chief into Patrick Warburton, and Fireman Sam is like The Rock.
I don't think a little kid's show could afford The Rock.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
Whereas Patrick Warburton will just fucking work for sandwiches.
He will.
I'm taking the piss a little bit, but yeah.
Speaking of sandwiches, apparently Ron Perlman's original reading of the Fallout lines were $40 in a sandwich.
That's him taking the piss a little bit, but yeah, he was paid very little.
Yeah.
I have seen the exact same interview that you've seen.
Yeah. I too went on Kotaku this morning.
Oh, it's a YouTube. It's like an hour and a half long fucking YouTube interview.
Okay.
He was talking about stuff like the original. He's like, I've never played Fallout. Fallout's kind of dumb. I wasn't paid a lot. I kind of hate them. Are they not going to have a go at her for all the boxes in front of the fire escape? Because that's a fucking fire hazard.
Yeah, it's definitely a fire hazard.
If I did that at work, I'd get smacked.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, back to Ron Perlman. He was also talking about how, he was expecting Beauty and the Beast to give him so much fucking work, and he got fuck all from that.
Yeah.
Which is really depressing. Oh, there you go. They're giving us shit.
Yeah, they're finally giving a bit of issue for it.
Alright, here's the big question, Rick. Would you fuck Dilys?
In a vacuum, yes. However, the baggage is Norman Price.
I wouldn't fuck Dilys. I don't. She's not my type.
Yeah. I thought the Chief was going to leave Sam alone with Dilys, reading the room after he was, coughing and blustering. Either that, or the Chief has got the on.
Well, Dilys was flirting with the Chief, in case you missed it.
Yeah.
Which is why the chief was like, right, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's like, cough, cough, bluster.
Listen to the little shit music playing.
Yeah, how much of a little shit would you have to be to, like, sneak into a fire station?
I'll be honest with you, by the way, Rick. Confession time. I don't know how to make paper airplanes.
Well, he showed you almost perfectly how to make that particular one right then, so it's rather easy. Yeah, Elvis being a dunce, but like a little bit more believable as a music themed fella.
Yeah.
Oh no, Norman Price being a bloody pyro. He's gonna eat the raw potato. I know how much you love carrots, being a carrot topper yourself and all.
It does sound like some subtle racism, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, for a firefighter, you think you'd have a bit more
situational awareness.
Skills.
Yeah. Straight back in there. Little bastard.
Did you guys not test your own fire alarms?
Apparently not.
Mate, if you got it out of tin, it would take 5 minutes.
Yeah. And probably be cheaper. Oh, oily rag.
The oily rag is actually like one of the 7 deadly sins when it comes to fucking fires.
Yeah. Yeah. This is why I use paper towels.
Officer Steele, what a prick.
Call 999.
Jesus Christ. How embarrassing would it be to like get a phone call and be like, fire, where's the fire? And it's like, at the fire station. And it's like, isn't that like your fucking job, geezer?
Yep. They're running the thing and they have to... you have to take the frickin' fire engine.
That's like a Simpsons joke.
Yeah. Have to get the fire engine and, like, leave and then turn around and come back.
I love how fucking Fireman Sam's got the proper fucking gear on and Elvis is just like, I'm just gonna fucking walk in here.
Yeah, and cut off the gas supply. Oh, they're showing that they got, like, different stuff for it.
That's fucked, mate. Oh, that's the gravest part of his sin today.
Yeah, that he did it on Fire Prevention Day.
I do remember back in the day you could buy magazine, which was just paper airplane designs, which is like, yeah, cut out this page and fold like this, so you got a paper airplane, but it looks like a Spitfire.
Yeah. We have a family friend who is rather young and has a book of those.
It's a good idea, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, half of the time, he's a bit too young for them, and he gets annoyed with them, and he ends up making a snowball instead.
That's totally valid. I mean, if you want to get technical, like, a snowball will go further 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
No one has ever made a paper airplane fly that gracefully.
Yeah, maybe not.
Do you remember the fucking foam ones?
Yeah!
You could buy like for £1.50 down the corner shop.
Less than that, but yeah.
Not when I was buying them, Rick.
Yeah, fair enough. So the girl and the Dalmatian have not been introduced yet.
Yeah, but they're in the opening credits, so you know they'll show up eventually, right?
Yeah, they're going to get their introductory episode at some point during this season.
Yeah, that being said, Rick, that brings us to a close on our second episode of Fireman Sam. So we've seen both classic and modern. What did you think?
Well, there was a lot more charm in the original, which I think we knew that going in. However, the one thing I will give props to in the modern one is that they did have a little bit of fire safety talk during the episode. 2 bits, actually. One of them was the fire exit one that you brought up, and the other one was the hazard of the week.
Well, Rick, I know you're not currently gainfully employed, but you have had a job before, and how fucking asinine and annoying are those fucking fire safety videos that you have to watch?
Yeah.
And it's always the same thing. Don't stack boxes in front of a fire exit. Well, why is that? Because you need the exit to be clear. That one and the fucking Tower of Death, the electrical fucking socket which has 7 million plugs plugged in, and you look at it and go, what fucking prick thinks that's okay?
Yeah. Although that said, a lot of people will just use one gang and then daisy chain another gang and another gang instead of getting an extension cord.
But that's what I'm talking about with the fucking thing of death.
Yeah.
Like, I have an extension cord which has like 5 plug sockets. That's all I've got. Anyone who then plugs more into that is a fucking idiot.
Yep. I think The Simpsons did it as well, didn't they? Wasn't that Homer's SMRT? No, that was he actually set that one on fire himself, wasn't it? But it was the episode where he becomes a like his own religion.
Oh, is it? I thought it was a Christmas one, and
it might have been a Christmas one
because he was trying to plug in all the lights into one socket.
Yeah, I think he started a fire at least once, twice.
There's a very real possibility, Rick, that both things we said are true.
Yeah, Homer starts fires more than once because he's a bit of a dolt.
One time he did it by pouring cereal and milk into a bowl.
Yeah, that's one of the best gags.
It is. It's pretty good.
But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, it was a good time. It wasn't by any means the worst thing I've watched, even this year. Yeah, the classic one had its own charm, and weirdly enough, the modern version wasn't terrible. Late 2000s CG notwithstanding.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gotten much better than Reboot.
I've not watched Reboot.
Have you not?
No, I think weirdly enough, I think it's something we put on our docket really early on, and then we just kept ignoring it.
Yeah, because they did a reboot, didn't they?
They did. It was on there. Well, it is on Netflix. We can watch it at any time. Except I didn't watch the original, so I don't know what the fuck it's about. Weirdly enough, the reason I know what Reboot even is because there's one guy who was part of the Super Best Friends who was obsessed with it.
Sure. Yeah, I remember watching it when I was a kid, and I even have 2 of the toys for it. They were the Tweedledum and Tweedledee of the villains had interchangeable parts, so I bought the toys for them, and yeah, they come apart when you hit them. It's great.
That's a good idea for a toy.
Yeah. It's great. They're villains and they come apart when you hit them.
Yeah, man. You could put any superhero against that. It'd be great fun. That's an afternoon.
Yeah. And I remember the villains were like Megabyte and Hexadecimal.
Okay, hate that.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm going to ask one additional question today, seeing as it's a classic versus modern. Which one did you prefer?
I definitely prefer the classic. Just because of the charm. Like it reminds me so much of the this charming stop motion of Postman Pat, which was around the same time. I think Postman Pat came a little bit before, but not by a great deal. Both of them are like cornerstones of me growing up as well.
Yeah. I mean, Fireman Sam, the original run was like 4 seasons, and that went until like 97, and then it had weirdly enough, it had a gap until 2005, and the 2005 didn't start CG animation, which is that not a bit baffling?
Yeah, it's weird. I think they did that in Thomas the Tank Engine as well. It was a big old gap. They did some more in the traditional style, and then eventually they went to CGI.
That's a good shout. Thomas the Tank is probably a good idea for one of these in the future.
Yeah. There we go.
Let's watch the Autism Show.
Yeah, let's all sit around and wax lyrical while watching a Tommy Tank.
No, don't word it that way. Why would you do that?
But yeah, which one did you prefer?
I think the modern version is actually better. I think it's a bit easier to watch. Actually, having mouths move is a lot less Uncanny Valley. And
having different voice actors.
Yeah, that helps a lot, because especially with the fucking voice, he didn't really change his voice enough, even for the Italian lady.
Yeah. So, like, you can tell that he's doing a different character, but you can't tell which character it is. Like for Trevor Evans, he basically just spoke the same. And for the kids, he made no effort when it wasn't Norman Price.
Absolutely.
When it was the niece and the nephew.
I think the only voice he definitely changed was for Dillis, because going all that high pitched voice that you like to do.
Yeah.
But there you go. We've got slightly different opinions as to which was the better one this day.
Yeah, we do.
But even though we've got 2 episodes to talk about, we're only going to give awards out once, because we're human. First things first, Rick, do you have a standout favourite moment?
I think it was like in the first episode, just showing the wind, which is a difficult thing to do anyway. So what they do is they show things being blown about in the wind, like with such like frenetic force, like the can just being blown across like detritus, and then Sam fighting against the inexorable tide of wind right at the beginning of the episode. It calmed down after that, but like it really did look like it was a ghastly day to be Fireman Sam. I think that was a real good way of doing the animation there.
And I was going to say, you even mentioned it earlier, like it was done in stop motion, and yes, it did. They could get a minute out of a day's worth of work, but it's still quite impressive to make wind in stop motion. No computer effects at all. Not like with we'll sing The Nightmare Before Christmas's praises all day, every day, but like they did have some help with some computer assistance.
Yeah. So no click and drag the JPEG.
Not quite to that level, but yeah.
How funny would that be, though?
We've been lied to all these years. They didn't do proper stop motion for Night Before Christmas. It was all just a trick.
Yeah, you got most of it stop motion, and then there's just one JPEG. It does feel like a Smiling Friends gag, though, doesn't it?
I mean, I still like the Smiling Friends gag at the beginning of the Halloween episode where Mr. Boss gets obsessed. It's just like, was that stop motion? Like, could we do that? Because I think everyone who likes stop motion had that phase.
Yeah. But yeah, do you have a favourite moment?
It's a tough one, really, but I think I'm gonna give it to Elvis being a fuckwit.
Which time?
I really liked him just being like, I know why you're here, Norman, and you like carrots because he's racist against gingers, and then escorts Norman Price from the premises.
Yep. The one good thing he does is get Norman Price to fuck off for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but it's also kind of awkward because it's kind of the crux of the problem, because Norman Price didn't get to admit that, by the way, there's a paper airplane on the fire.
Yeah. And if Elvis was still in the room, he'd be able to see the fire starting in real time and swat it out.
Well, you'd hope so, but he admitted that he panicked.
Yeah, but by that point, the fire had already started.
And you know what? Maybe that's also a good strong point, is to show that, yeah, even people who are professionals and know what they're doing will panic sometimes.
Yeah, and you don't have to be, Elvis is a bit of a dunce, and we know this from, watching the show, but you don't have to be a dunce to make a mistake.
Although it doesn't help that they use the dunce to make the mistake.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. Let's get to the weakest link. Do you have one today?
Don't
you dare come at me and say Fireman Sam was perfect.
No. It was, to a degree, it was part of the charm, but I think you also have touched on it, that the narrator for the classic version having fewer voices than there were characters.
I mean, yeah,
quite a margin.
I'm just going to hop in and say that that's my weakest link as well, because it's like, I get it. It was the style at the time, especially for these storybook style shows, because that's effectively what we've got, is a storybook being animated. But yeah, he's not got that much of a range.
Which is fine. Like, as you say, it was the style at the time. We got to pick a weakest link, and to be honest, like, it feels a bit more mean-spirited to pick on the uncanny valley of the eyes in the modern version, because, you know, they were running on a limited budget, and at least they did animate them.
You've also got the fact that I disagree, because I think the old school Fireman Sam, I almost said Postman Pat, don't know why. I think the old school Fireman Sam is way more uncanny valley than the CG one.
Okay. But yeah, even the old one, they did move the eyes and stuff. Like, you could see, like, Dillis looking around, and it wasn't just her head moving, like, they moved her eyes as well.
Speaking of Dillis, though, really early on in the CG one, fucking Dillis did an animation that I swear to God is straight out of The Sims.
What was it, one of the talking animations?
No, it's when she was freaking out because of the paper airplane in her head.
Oh, yeah.
She was freaking out, and I'm like, I swear that's what Sims do. But anyway.
Well, there's only so much flailing that you can do that's unique.
I suppose, but it's a bit on the nose, and I think there was a new Sims game in 2008.
Sims 3 sounds about right. Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, we more or less agree on that, and honestly, it feels meaner to pick on the art style of the newer Fireman Sam, because again, they were just working with what they had in budget.
Yeah. Like, it's. I don't want to pick on the art style of either of them, to be honest. So yeah. Let's
wrap up how we normally do. Let's put a feather in our cap and give out the MVP awards. Rick, who's getting it for you today?
It's going to be the original animation studio.
Okay, I want to point out that's like 4 people.
Yeah. Which again is like. It's not that many people, and usually we try to give it to a person rather than a gang. But like it being so few, I think it works.
Well, I'm trying to think back to the credits, and you had 2 people who were in charge of backgrounds, 1 person in charge of vehicles, and 1 person in charge of puppets.
So yeah, let's go with like the effects. So, like I said right at the beginning, the wind effect. So less puppets and more the I don't know how better to say other than the visual effects.
I mean, you already said the animation team, and now you're just describing animation.
Yeah.
So I kind of get what you mean, and I didn't expect you to change your answer at all. I was just pointing out that back in the 80s, animation teams were fucking small.
Yeah, they were. So yeah, that's my MVP. How about you?
I'm going to give my my MVP award to Dave and David, whose brainchild this was.
Ah, yes, the original creators.
Yeah, it feels wrong to call them the creators because, by the way, when I was doing research on these guys, the whole reason why they approached the studio they did is because they got a book from their local fucking bric-a-brac store on stop motion, and they were like, you could do this about Fireman, surely.
Yeah.
Which is just a funny story to me. But yeah, like, it's such a simple idea, and like, the basic idea of Fireman Sam is just to teach kids, hey, could you not be fucking idiots for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Be the niece and nephew, not Norman fucking Price.
Yeah, like, even though he does have a bit of a face turn later on, apparently.
No, he's always a little shit at heart.
Yeah.
Like, he might solve some problems, but I can guarantee you it's that old argument of, like, I've saved 3 Christmases against 5 I ruined. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't quite balance out the books, does it?
No one's allowed to ruin a family holiday except me and maybe the boy.
Oh God, that's such a fucking Homer Simpson bit. But yeah, that was us speaking about classic Fireman Sam, a British classic, but it has been translated into 27 different languages. So I imagine we're not alone in being. They had to redub it in America.
Yeah, I just saw that. Like, I think was it Netflix?
I don't know if it was Netflix.
Was it Netflix or Amazon? Amazon Prime.
Yeah, they redubbed it because they were like, oh yeah, the Welsh accent is too impossible to decipher. And it's like, fuck off, I've heard how fucking Kentuckians speak.
Yeah, so yeah, they get real Australian, Canadian and Italian voices.
Well, actually, it's weirder than that because the Australian character in the show has an Australian voice and they don't redub him. And it's like, yeah, no, Australian's fine, but Welsh is a bridge too far. You need to get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yep.
Oh, jeez, man. It's funny, though.
Yeah, it is. It is funny.
The American ear cannot decipher the Welsh accent, which is useful to know considering the political climate right now. Yeah, who needs the Enigma code? Speak in Welsh.
Yeah.
But yes, that brings us to a close with the British icon that is Fireman Sam. We'll probably do more past and presents in the future, but for now, that's us wrapped up. Let us know in the comment section down below on the YouTubes what type of things you'd want to see us do in the future. Like, we've already got Thomas the Tank Suedo lined up. We've also got Magic School Bus lined up from ages ago as well.
We do. Didn't they do it? Was it a Netflix one they did for that?
It was.
Yeah.
And it's a bit weirder as well, because it's not technically a reboot. Technically, it's like a continuation.
Yeah, it's like a soft reboot sequel. It's like a niece or something, isn't it?
Yeah. And it had to be her niece, because we know Frizzle likes the muff.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that about beloved children's characters?
Miss Frizzle is remaining a miss.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Way less crass. Alternatively, if you're not watching on YouTube, you can send us an email at
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
I've mentioned the comment section on Spotify, but no one uses those.
No.
So yeah, we'll see you again next week, guys, for something completely different.
Bye, everybody.